Welcome to my National Podcast. Let's get into it. Today is Sunday. You guys love your Sunday episodes. You hate when you don't get them because your Monday just be Mondaying. But when you get a Sunday episode, your Monday is just a little more, less Monday. You know? And I feel you on that. It's all good. Don't worry. Your boys got you. We got a Sunday episode for you Monday because we know that you Sunday people, you be doing your thing. You go to church, you go partying, you have a good time, and then you listen to Am I the Pastor podcast on Monday because you got to go back to work. And I feel you. It's all good. I love you. Appreciate you. All right. Today, though, we got a really good fucking thread that I'm so excited about. This thread is women. What is something that you notice or look for at a man's apartment that are green flags? So, ladies, what's something in a guy's apartment that you look for or you notice that is a green flag? Let's see in a guy's apartment. Okay. Let's check this out. Hand towels and hand soap in the bathroom. Nigga. Who the fuck don't got hand towels and hand soap in a bathroom? That's crazy. That means you don't wash your hands. You know what I mean? That means you touch bare ass and you don't wash your hands, bruh. That's crazy. If you don't got hand soap in your fucking thing, like, come on, man. You gotta have some hand soap in there. Yeah, like, that's crazy. That's crazy that she's like, I've experienced guys that don't have hand soap. And then the guys that do have hand soap, well, you know, they're amazing. Like, that's wild, man. That is wild. All right, women, what are things that you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? The toilet smelling fine and no signs of pee anywhere. General clean house. Sheets that haven't been used for so long you can tell it's been ages since they were last changed. Things like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. See, look. For me, I wash my bedding every other week. Reason being, because if I don't, I start to break out. Man. I be getting pimples in places and like my skin just don't feel exfoliated, you know, and then on top of that, I don't know, it's just uncomfortable. Like I can't do that just simply for my comfortability, if I'm being real with you, you know, because like if I have, you know, dirty pillow sheets or whatever, dude, I'm gonna get pimples like all on my cheek, or I'm gonna get them like right here and stuff. Like, nah, man. Nah, that shit sucks. That shit fucking sucks. That's why I'm like, nah, dude, I gotta wash it. Dudes that don't, I'm like, why? What the heck is going on? You know, and it simply is just throwing it in the washing machine and then just letting it do its thing. It's not like you gotta really do anything. I mean, I guess you gotta put it back on, but I don't know. And then, yeah, you know, clean toilet, nigga, like, yeah. Yeah, I'd be trying to keep my shit clean because, dude, I'm telling you, you do not want a girl to come over and you got a dirty toilet, bro. Trust me, that's all bad. All right, women, what are things that you notice or look for that is a green flag? I had someone offer me their single, slightly damp towel as my post-shower option. He had no other towels, not a single one. I opted to go home for my shower and be a bit late to work. The green flag, if you have overnight guests, it's several nice bath towels. Okay, I'm sure she means like have several nice bath towels, washcloths, and hand towels. I mean, who the hell did, like, I have a guest toothbrush. I have a guest towel. I have guest blankets and pillows, just so that way you're not using like my blankets and pillows. That way, you know, if you're just using blankets and pillows that aren't used, they're washed and they're stored away. Yeah. Why y'all niggas ain't got stuff for your guests? Like what the fuck, man? Even if the homies come stay over. Like even if I have some homies come stay over, I like, bro, you're gonna have a toothbrush, you're gonna have a towel, and you're gonna have a pillow and some sheets, or a pillow and a blanket. Like, nigga, what are we doing here? You know how cheap that shit is at fucking Target? You can go to Target and spend maybe like 50, $60 on all that stuff. Like, what are we doing here? And then especially if you got a girl over, like my guy. Come on, man. You know, like damn. You know how much of a G you would look if she stepped out the shower. She had nice clean towel waiting for her. She had her own toothbrush. You know, I mean, I say the extra pillow and blankets, that's for the homies. Like we gon' share, you know what I mean? Like we gon' share. We cuddle in this house, you know what I mean? we cuddle up in here, baby. You know what I mean? Even with the homies, you know what I mean? Even with the homies, we cuddle. But I'm just saying, it's like, how do you guys not have these things? He may not have a lot of people come over to his house or something. I don't know. I don't either, but I still have these things just on hand, just in case. You never know. You know what I mean? Them niggas get drunk or whatever, and you gotta pick them up. And I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy that you wouldn't have that. All right, women, what are things that you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? Let's see. A waste basket in the washroom within arm's reach of the toilet, especially if there's a plastic bag lining in it. Yo, that means your boy is a green flag. Because how the hell do you not have a trash can in your bathroom? Like, what the fuck? You know, like, how do you not have a trash can in your bathroom? Like, That's a head scratcher. You have to walk all the way to the kitchen and throw something away. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that? That's whack. You know, especially by the toilet. You know, okay. I guess I don't know what psychopath would not have it by their or in their bathroom. Like, what the heck? That's crazy to me. There are dudes that don't have that. That's wild. That's wild. There are dudes that don't have that. You know, because if you do, it's green flag. That's crazy. All right. Okay, women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? Hand soap in the bathroom. I befriended a guy who did not have hand soap. He was 24. I bought some and left it in there, just a regular size bottle. It was still sitting there, almost unused, except for the times I used it almost a year later. So yeah, nigga, man, do they be touching bare ass and not washing their hands? Because if you don't got soap in there, man, you ain't washing your hands, bro. You're going to just run your hand under some water for a couple minutes or whatever, or a couple seconds and then dip. Like, you think that's washing your hands? No, man. No, you got to use soap. I swear to God, these niggas are touching hand to bare ass, and they're just like, nah, that's good. Like, yo, no. Like, no. Oh, no, that's terrible. Oh, my God. Imagine seeing that. Some dude take a dump, and then he's just like, it'd be all right. Like, he just sniffs his hand, and he's like, nah, I ain't got to wash my hands. That would be crazy. Like, bruh, what are you doing? Ah, shit. All right, women, what are things that you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? Cleanliness and attention to detail. If they designed a place behind bare essentials and they keep it clean, then they likely take pride in it and won't be a slob or expect a woman to clean up their mess. Yeah, some dudes need to be cleaning their spots up because some dudes be having they just be having shit all over the place. And it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, take a little pride in your spot, just a little bit. because it's like you live there. This is your place. It's your domain, like you would want to keep it clean. And then on top of that, keeping it clean at all times is a good thing because you never know when, say you go out with the boys or whatever and you happen to bring a young little fine thing home, and you're like, oh shit, there's still pizza boxes from yesterday on the floor, or you're like, oh shit, I forgot to make my bed, my room is like an absolute tornado or whatever. You never know what the day is going to bring. And so if you're the type of guy that's just, you keep your shit clean, you'd be like, hey, ain't got nothing to worry about. Bring a lady on over and be like, what's up, baby girl? That's why I keep my place clean. That's like my motivation to keep it clean, because you never know. You never know when, some girls get bold and they just be like, hey, so like, you gonna take me back to your spot? And I'm just like, yeah. You damn right I am, baby. What's up? Let's go. And then they walk in and they're like, wow, I was not expecting your place to look this nice. And I'm like, hey, I'm that guy. And I'm me. I'm that guy. I'm just saying. Hey, you never know. You never know, man. That's only ever happened to me like twice in my entire lifetime. But it's okay. And I mean, it'll happen again. But again, like I said, you never know. You go out to a bar, or you go out to a club, or you go hang out, whatever. You never know, man. They might want to be like, hey. And then again, that's why you gotta have the toothbrush, gotta have the towel, you gotta have some blankets and pillows. But like I said, we are cuddling, we are cuddling Colt over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, baby, we cuddling. What the fuck we doing? But I'm just saying, yeah. All right, women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that indicates he's a green flag? Things that indicate he's an adult who is capable of caring for himself. Clean apartment. Things like toilet paper, a trash can, and soap in the bathroom. Yo, this soap in the bathroom thing is crazy. Why do niggas not have soap in the bathroom? This is like the 4th time we've gotten this. Maybe 5th. I don't know. I'm not counting. But so many girls are like, dudes don't have soap in the bathroom. Why? If you're a guy and you're listening to this right now, you better go buy some motherfucking soap. If you don't have soap in your bathroom, you need to go fucking buy some soap right now. You need to go to Walmart. You need to go to Target. You gotta go somewhere, man. And you need to go get some fucking soap, and you need to put that shit in your bathroom and use it. Don't just put it in there. Fucking use it, because the girl will know. The girl will know. She'll be like, oh yeah, this nigga don't use this soap. it ain't even open. You know what I mean? Like the little plunger thing is like stuck down and hasn't even been like twisted open yet. The girls will notice, bro. Girls will notice. Get into a habit of using that shit. Put some soap in your fucking bathroom, because this is just outrageous. This is outrageous to where a girl is just like, yes, a green flag is soap. Is soap. That is wild. That is so wild. These girls have just gone through relationships where niggas be touching hand to bare ass, and they're just like, nah, I don't need to wash my hand. I'm good. Nah. And I just doo-dooed and touched my butthole. And like, come on, bruh. That's crazy, man. I guarantee you, we're going to get a lot more of the soap. I really do. I feel like we're going to get a lot more of the soap. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Okay. Women, what are things that you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? Clean, no overt smells. Books. Messy is fine. Dirty is not. Points for healthy living plant or pet. Oh. You know what? I never thought about that. I never thought about that. Because girls do like having plants in their house. But I think it's just a simple thing of they like to see that you can take care of something that's living, and I think it's the reason why like a lot of women gravitate towards dudes who have dogs or have cats, because they're like, oh shit, if he's capable of taking care of this little living thing, then he should be able to take care of me, It fucking makes sense. But plants, I didn't think about that. I might have to get some plants. Huh. I might have to get some plants. That's a good one. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. You know what I mean? It might make me seem a little more green flaggy. You know what I mean? That's a good one. That was a good one. That one's a good one. I don't know what she means by like messy is fine and dirty is not. I mean, I guess she doesn't mind if you got shit all over the place, but as long as it doesn't smell and it's not, dirtier, yeah, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the whole messy is fine but dirty is not. I don't know. Because it's like with messy usually comes dirty. And they're kind of hand in hand, So that's why I'm like, Books also is another one. Books is another one. That one makes sense too, because a lot of women enjoy like a man's intellect, or, at least him being able to teach her something. And so, books is a good way of like you showing her that, hey, I can teach you things and I know how the world works without like telling her that. It's one of those, it's the subtle flex thing where if you want to flex something to a girl, you don't tell her you have this thing, you just show her you have it. You don't tell her you do these things, you just do it. And so, yeah, okay, all right. Hey, I'm getting some gems. All right. I like that. Let's see. Women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? Furiously takes notes as a single man living in an apartment with a cat. Huh. I wonder what she means by take notes. Oh. No, because she says furiously takes notes as a single man. What does that mean? Am I supposed to be taking notes? What am I supposed to be taking notes of? I have to furiously be taking notes? Living as a single man? I don't get that. I understand living with a cat because we just kind of went over that. It's the whole, you can take care of a living thing. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the whole furiously taking notes. Like, I guess. You know what I mean? All right. Cool. All right. Women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? She has a lot. Okay, everyone else has hit the main points about cleanliness, plants, pets, and bathroom trash cans with lids, so I'll branch out a bit. Thank you, please. Spices. Every guy I dated who had an assortment of spices knows how to cook. Hey, let's go. Cooked at home and didn't eat takeout all the time and didn't expect me to do all the cooking. It was equitable split. All right, sure. I think she meant equal split. Meanwhile, the man I married has many, many positive qualities, but when I dated him, he owned a salt shaker and a jar of Mormon's seasoning salt. Hey, I'm already a green flag. Let's go. I have a shit ton of seasonings and it sucks because like I use the hell out of all of them because I get way too experimental in the kitchen. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I see recipes all the time on TikTok, and I be seeing recipes on Instagram Reels and shit, or Instagram Stories, Shorts, whatever you want to call them. And I'm like, yo, that looks delicious. And then I like screenshot the ingredients list, and I go buy all the stuff, and then I come back and I try to make it. I have a really bad habit of doing that. I mean, it's not a bad habit, but it is a bad habit all at the same time because you spend a lot of money doing that. Like, I would say I spend more money doing that than I really do on other stuff. But, that was a sign that going forward, this man hated cooking at home, even though he owned all the pots and pans. That's another thing. Hey, yo. I'm surprised no girl has said it, but dudes who don't have pots and pans, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then if a dude doesn't have plates or like nice silverware, you ain't got to have a shit ton of silverware. You ain't got to have a shit ton of plates, and but it's nice to have that. Cause like when I cook for a girl, like for me, I use paper and plastic all day long. But if I have a girl over, we bringing out the fine china. Okay, we are bringing out the fine china. And it's not that fine because I got it at Target. But still, it is porcelain plates and metal forks and spoons. You know, if I have a girl over and I'm cooking for her, we are not doing the whole paper plate thing. That's for me and me alone. You know what I mean? I'll do a little dishes for a girl. But yeah, man, you bring out the fine china. I look at it like you should always have 2 wine glasses, at least 4 plates, at least 6 forks, 6 spoons, 3 butter knives, and 3 steak knives. And that right there should be at least the essentials of just nice things. Because when you have a girl over, trust me, she's gonna be like, she ain't gonna say it, but in her mind, she's gonna be like, paper plates, plastic forks, You know, this says something. Yeah, this says something about you, you know. So that's why it's like when I have a girl, that's why I have at least those bare minimum essentials where it's like it's on a porcelain plate, you're gonna have a metal utensil, you know. Always have wine glasses. That one's the big one. Always have wine glasses, and you know what I mean. Even if she does drink, like if she doesn't want to drink out like wine or whatever, then obviously you do the whole like I do solo cups just because it's easier. Solo cups for like if we're doing mixed drinks and stuff. But that's just kind of normal. But like if you're going to do wine, you don't do wine in a cup. You don't do wine in like a solo cup or anything like that. No, you got to get wine glasses because she's going to look at you like, oh, ooh, okay. You know what I mean? Trust me. That little gem right there. That's gonna set you apart from a lot of guys. If you whip out wine glasses and then you have a nice little wine or whatever, and you ain't got to get nothing fancy, man. A lot of these girls don't know. Come on, man. Let's be straight up. They don't know what they drinking. As long as it tastes good, they ain't tripping. So, but it's the glass. It's the glass because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this dude, yeah, he know what he doing. I'm just saying that's a little gem. Yeah, I'm surprised. Not a lot of girls know about that. All right, a lot of guys. I'm sorry. The girls know about that. The guys don't know about that. All right, on to our next one. Women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that makes him a green flag? When my current girlfriend came over for the first time, she was impressed that I cleaned the bathroom. Look, I'm not the most tidy guy. I was living alone with my giant Great Pyrenees? Sure. All right. So yeah, I cleaned up before she came over. To her, that was a green flag, for fuck's sake. Isn't it the bare minimum? Guys, wash the toilet, sink, and extra points for the bathtub. Yeah, man. Because I feel like when a girl comes over to your house, she's just looking at everything. Like every little thing, and they're just like, is this actually clean? Let me see. It's clean. You know what I mean? Or they're just like, can I use the bathroom? And then they're in the bathroom and they're just like, all right, let me look at everything. Like, oh my God, he has shower curtains. Oh, does he have an extra towel? Does he have an extra toothbrush? And then they'll be looking in your cabinets and shit. And they're like, what? Oh my God, he has boner pills? Oh, damn. Because that's another one. Like, guys, if you have some weird medications and stuff, hide them. Hide them, man. Put them in places. Put them in a place that they can't find it. Or get like a little bag or something like that and keep the medications in there. And like keep it under your bed or something. Trust me, man. I genuinely feel like girls will ask to go to the bathroom just to look at your shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yeah. Out of nowhere, they're gonna have a fucking Sherlock Holmes hat and a fucking eyeglass, and they're gonna be looking around and seeing what they can find. And it's just like, bruh, It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. The detective work they go through. And then I'm sure even while they're just like walking into your house, they're kind of just like just looking around at every fucking thing. Like, huh? Does he have shit on his walls? You know what I mean? And what I mean by shit on his walls, like, did he put decorations up on the walls? Does he have, things that are going on? It's just like, I think they just kind of look at every little tiny thing, and we don't even think about it. We're just like, yeah, it's my spot. Look at it. You know what I mean? Like, we're just like, it's a place. We're just like, be happy that I have a place, woman. God damn. All right, let's see. Women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that is a green flag? An affectionate, well-behaved pet. It's amazing how much a person treats another living creature can tell you about who they are. Hey, that is very true. That's very true. Especially if she's looking to date you long term, kind of marriage thing, want to have kids, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, she needs to know that you can fucking discipline your animal, because a lot of people be having some unruly animals. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing? What the fuck are we doing? Let's see. Man, a lot of it is like, okay, she's got like a whole list. Okay, women, what things do you notice or look for in a guy's apartment that are green flags? All right, clean, dry towels, and major green flag if they have hand and face towels as well. Astronomical bonus if they keep the face towels separate in a separate place. Oh, okay. All right. I'm bad at that because I kind of do the whole like stacking thing, because obviously hand towels are bigger than face towels. So I like to put like the big towels and then like the little towels on top. But, I didn't know that was like not good to do, I guess. I don't know. It looks nice. It looks nice in my bathroom. So, some clean dishes. I don't mind dishes in the sink. I'm no hypocrite, but shit is reaching a dire situation if you don't have one clean cup for me to get water with. Facts. Well cared for pets, clean litter box, fresh water, food / regular feeding schedule. Love to see it. It breaks my heart and is a huge red flag to see any sign of pet neglect. Yeah, that's true. And like, I want to say, even if you have just like a bunch of, like, if you treat your animal, like, what I've noticed is like when you treat your animal like a child, for some reason women love that crap. Like, if you have a toy box for your cat or your dog, women go bananas over that. If you have, you know what I mean? If you have like little things where, they have like seasonal shirts, or, they have like little sweaters and stuff for like when you take them out and stuff, women go fucking feral over that stuff. Their ovaries explode over that kind of crap. And as dudes, we don't think that shit like does anything. We really don't. As dudes, we don't think any of that stuff. We're just like, man, it's a dog, man, it's a cat, But I'm telling you, if you have an animal, try to just treat your animal like it's a baby, like it's a child. And I swear to God, when that girl comes over, her ovaries will explode seeing a toy box for your pet, or seeing like a little water fountain, or seeing like little seasonal clothes, or little jackets and stuff. I swear to God, man, I'm telling you, it is something that us dudes don't think about, but I swear to God, the girl's gonna be like, oh my God, they're gonna love that shit. Why? I don't know. They just love that shit, man. They absolutely fucking love that shit. Evidence of hobbies. I'm a nerd and I love to see nerd shit. Books, gaming setup. Hey, let's go. Mini model constructions, Legos, puzzles, board games, instruments, pedals, equipment. Tell me everything. Show me it all. Hey, let's go. Yeah, because for me, I never thought that girls really cared about that stuff, but it does make sense. It does make sense, because it does show like Like you're not fucking boring and you're not just sitting at home doing nothing and just jerking your meat all day long. And you actually do stuff with your time. And so that does make sense. I like that. Yeah, because I always tell dudes, get fucking hobbies. Get hobbies. Like that's the greatest thing you can do ever with your time is just get a hobby. Like if you're trying to like kick an addiction, or you just got out of a relationship, or you're trying to find purpose in life, whatever it may be, I'm telling you, hobbies are the greatest thing in the entire world. And guess what? They're green flags to girls. Let's go. I'm telling you, man. I've been saying it forever. On the year and a half I've been doing this podcast. I've been saying it forever. Like, dudes, get a hobby. I swear to God, girls love niggas with hobbies. And just because it's like you do something with your time, you do something with your time. And then if you keep it like clean and organized and it looks nice, then that's like kind of, I'm sure, browning points, because it shows that you kind of appreciate the things that you buy. And just kind of buy something, thrash it, and then throw it away. So there's that too. I'm surprised she didn't kind of add that on there. But okay, her next one is personal preference, but houseplants are always a green flag bonus if they know how to propagate and have that ish going down. Oh, I know nothing about home plants, so it seems like home plants are a fucking popular thing. Man, I need to go fucking buy home plants. God damn. Home plant. Maybe that's why maybe that's my, my relationships have been working out, because I don't have fucking home plants. Damn it. We cracked the code, gentlemen. It is home plants. That is the way to get a woman in 2025. Write that down. Fucking home plants, baby. Get them. All right. Get a home plant. That's what you got to do. Get a fucking home plant, man. They fucking love them. Apparently they love them. All right. This is the last one. Kitchen is reasonably stocked with equipment and understanding being low on food. I am oftentimes scant in the department myself, but having at least basic pots, pans, spatulas, and tongs, strainers, whisks, ladles, etc., etc., it makes coming over for fun cooking dates more easy, and you can find all of this at Goodwill, so there's no excuse. Yeah, facts. Like I said, you got to have some pots and pans. You got to have at least bare minimum 4 plates. You got to have 6 forks, spoons, and 3 butter knives, 3 steak knives, and 2 wine glasses. I'm telling you, that right there is the bare minimum to start, because you can bring a girl over. You can cook her a nice little meal, and it's presented nicely, and she's going to be like, yum, yum, I might take my panties off. Just saying. I'm just saying. The probability of panty dropping only goes up with the more preparation you do, man. It's the way it goes, baby. It's the way it goes. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. But that's going to go ahead and be that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. And I'm telling you, the lack of soap in dudes' bathrooms is crazy. Niggas out here touching hand to bare butt and not washing their hands is wild. The amount of, dudes that don't have spare towels or even hand towels and all that, like, what are we doing, man? And it's weird because, like, I always thought this stuff was kind of normal. I thought dudes did that, but I guess not. Because I don't know. My mom has always just been heavy on me about that. She's just like, oh, make sure you have this, make sure you have that. And, for me, I'm just like, that's cool. It's making my life easier. You know what I mean? Like, oh, sure. But I didn't know girls were just like, yo, this is the shit. I like this. I need that. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. Okay, cool. And then I didn't know how many girls actually liked home plants. I'm like, what? Home plants? I mean, I get it. I understand why. Because it's like, it shows you can take care of a living thing. But at the same time, it's like, home plants. Home fucking plants. Man, damn. I need to get some home plants. And maybe I'll have a long-term girlfriend. All right, but that's going to go ahead and be the end of the thread. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Ladies, if you're listening or watching, definitely put down in the comments what is a green flag for you when you go over to a man's house. If they covered them all for you, hey, they covered them all for you. But if you have some that are different, maybe a little unique to you or a personal preference, definitely put it down in the comments. I'd love to check it out, okay? We're going to hop into announcements and then get right into you beautiful people's scenarios that we have today. Boy, are they fucking juicy. I was reading some of the titles and I'm like, you guys are ridiculous. Okay, patreon.com/MileyAsshole Podcast, get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on Tuesday and the Sunday show, as we are doing today. All right, get in there. It's $3 a month, man. You get hours on hours of content. I think there's over like probably 70 hours of content over there and growing. So definitely check it out over there. We have a little bit of a community over there, man. And the threads only get crazier. The scenarios are only wilder. So definitely get over there if you want to get that third episode. $3 a month, though, gives you all that access. So if you are an audio listener, please keep downloading the podcast as well as rating it 5 stars. It helps out a lot, and it's free, baby. All right? And you people who aren't rating, I know who you are. I see you. All right? I see you listening and not rating. All right? Just do your boy a quick favor. Rate that mess 5 stars. It's free. And if it's faux free, it's faux me. And if you want to help the channel out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as the YouTubes. It helps out a lot. You guys have been blowing up my Instagram ever since I had released the episode, I believe, on Thursday. And then I did the Patreon episode as well. I talked about how a lot of people who either don't have TikTok anymore or they're just not really using TikTok like that. You guys have all come over to Instagram to follow me over there on Instagram. It's something like 150 to like 200 people from TikTok. They just moved on over to Instagram, followed us over there. That was awesome. Do appreciate that. We are still getting people trickling in and following us and stuff. So, if you want to be a part of that too, or, you're just not really trusting TikTok right now or whatever the case may be, definitely find us over on Instagram, man. We're over there. Everybody seems to be moving on over to Instagram anyway. So, like I said, I don't know how much longer we're going to have TikTok. We may have it forever. We may not. I have no fucking clue. But again, yeah, make the migration on over to Instagram. That seems to be what everybody is doing right now. I've just kind of noticed this crazy trend. Like my phone one day was just kind of blowing up, and it was just a bunch of people following me on Instagram. And I'm like, where the fuck are y'all coming from? And then it's funny because I got a few DMs from a few people where they were just like, oh yeah, I'm here from TikTok. Oh, I came from TikTok. And so I was just like, oh shit. Okay. So, you know what I mean? We're growing and building communities on different platforms and stuff like that. So definitely get in there and be a part of that. But without further ado, let's get into today's scenarios. First one, am I wrong because I no longer want to return the favor for my girlfriend? Okay, let's see what's up. Before calling me names, please read my side. Okay. I, 28 male, met my girlfriend, 27 female, last year. We decided not to get intimate until we get to know each other well. After about 5 months, we were both ready, so she had a sleepover at my place. She's a great person, and she is very pretty, but she was kind of boring. She just wanted missionary and no oral given on her side. I didn't say anything because I thought she was probably nervous and things will get better. Plus, I really liked her and enjoyed being with her. Eventually, I decided to communicate and suggest stuff like, hey, why don't we do this position and stuff. She reluctantly agreed, but maybe for a few minutes then went back to square one. I asked her for oral and she said okay and gave me maybe 2 minutes and that's it. When it's my turn, I eat her out until she finishes. I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, so I asked, what the fuck was that? She got angry and said, how much longer do I want? I said, until I finish and see you swallow. Damn, brother. Woo, okay. All right. She said no, and I dropped it. Later, I asked if she has some hangups or trauma regarding giving head. She said no. It's just the idea of swallowing is gross, and she doesn't want to give head more than a few minutes, so there would be no risk of accidentally finishing in her mouth. Here's where I might be the asshole. He wrote it weird. I told her, well, if that's the case, then I'm not eating her out anymore. Then then I'm not eating her out for more than a few minutes. She got angry and said I'm selfish, and without eating out first for a long time, she can't finish with penetration only. She got dressed and left. Do I owe her an apology? Was I being an asshole? I'm not breaking up with her because she is perfect otherwise. I'm trying to make it work with her. Added later, explained many times. I asked her, I can pull out right before I'm about to finish and just blow me longer than 2 minutes. She said no because she doesn't want because I might accidentally finish early in her mouth and she might taste it. Okay. Honestly, look, man, I get you think like, no, I'm not gonna leave her because she's perfect and all this kind of stuff. Well, newsflash, brother, you guys are just sexually incompatible, if I'm being real with you. And the fact that you guys are sexually incompatible, it's a thing where the relationship really ain't gonna last that long. Because she's not going to be satisfied, you're not going to be satisfied, and she might just find some dude who's okay with just missionary. You know, she might be okay with some dude who, you know, just is like, you know, she gives a little sucky and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, if you guys aren't really sexually compatible like that, it'll eventually get to a point where you guys will be so sexually frustrated with each other that you guys are just going to break up anyway. And if you want to get to that point, by all means, go ahead. And you know what I mean? By all means, go ahead. Get to that point. That's fine. But just know that that's what's coming for you. Because if you're already having these problems right now and you guys have only been dating for 5 months and you guys only started having sex 5 months into the relationship, well, let me tell you something, brother. Once that turns to a year and a half, you're going to be so sexually frustrated with her. You're just not even going to be happy. Then it's going to be a thing where she's going to probably feel the sexual frustration as well. She might even feel it before you do. She might feel unsatisfied before you do and decide to cheat. You know what I mean? Because this dude is willing to, you know, eat her out and pound town her in just one position, you know? And then on top of that, it's like, why the fuck are you asking her to go into different positions? You flip her and like bend her and do what you got to do, man. The girls like that crap. From their man, they like that. They like when a dude, you know, starts in missionary, but then he starts just, you know, tossing her around a little bit, you know, throws her to her side and you know what I mean? Just like, why are you asking? Just do it. You know, now the whole giving head thing, okay, I understand that. You can't really do much about that. I would just kind of accept, you know, what she's willing to give you, and that's that. You know what I mean? I understand you want a girl that's a freak, you know, and that's willing to swallow it. I give that to you, and that's why I look at it like this girl may not be your girl. I'm just saying, you want a girl that's a little bit of a freak, and that this is what it is, you know. Again, the relationship ain't gonna last just for the simple fact that you guys are sexually incompatible. Yeah, that's the bottom line. You guys are sexually incompatible, and it's one of those things where, I get it. You're not going to break up with her and you're going to have it get to a point where, you know what I mean, she either cheats on you, or she leaves you, or you guys are so sexually frustrated where you guys just end the relationship altogether. It's one of the three. I already know that's what's going to happen because you're not going to break up with her. You're not going to leave her, you know, and I get it. It's like, oh, what? Leaving somebody over, you know, sexual incompatibleness. And it's just like, yes, because sadly, sex is a huge part in a relationship, especially for the guy. And so it's like, if you're not really getting what you want, or, you know, both parties aren't really being satisfied like that, well, that creates resentment, sexual frustration, And it sucks. It's just upsetting at that point. At that point, it's just like, all right, I don't care anymore. Like sex is going to become mundane in this relationship, especially for her, because it's redundant for you because you're doing the same position over and over again. And then it's going to be a chore for her because she's just like, ugh, I'm only doing this because you want me to do it. So again, you guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Like I said, I think it's just that relationship's not going to last. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for confronting my girlfriend about someone she slept with in the past? Okay, so my 2.5 month long girlfriend, nigga. Let me tell you something real quick. If it's 2.5 months and you're already having a problem like this relationship ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. If it's 2.5 months, like the other guy, at least it was 5 months. He got to know the girl. They have some sexual incompatibilities and stuff like that. But see, I think the reason why, and that's why I don't like to sit there and wait fucking 6 months before having sex with a girl. I think that's stupid. Even the whole 90-day rule is dumb because then you get so far into a relationship and so invested into a relationship to where when you finally do realize those sexual incompatibilities, you're like, ah, damn. Now, you know what I mean? Well, we're in this. And so if you're having these kind of problems 2.5 months into the relationship, my guy, This is not going to work. You guys will probably get to like 6 months and break up. But let's see what it is. That's just crazy. That's probably the shortest relationship that we've ever had right into the show. For like a year and a half of doing this, and I've never seen a dude write in and be like, yo, we've only been together for 2.5 months. Like, that's crazy. Usually it's like 6 months, 5 months, 4 months minimum. But 2.5 is crazy. Like, you guys are still in the not even honeymoon phase. You're in the like, oh my God, this person is absolutely perfect and can never do anything wrong phase. Like, that's where you're at. So the fact that you're in that phase and you're like having problems is crazy. All right, I'm going to shut up or I'm going to get into the scenario. My 2.5 month long girlfriend has invited me to a house party with her friends / acquaintances, and I felt like asking her about her and a guy that was there who I heard her mention several times in the past in random stories. She told me they slept together once. I told her that I felt upset that she did not let me know in advance about this. It's not like she was required to tell me, but I feel that if it was the other way around, I would have given her a heads up. I asked myself, why is this an important thing for me? And I don't have a great answer other than it feels like it's a social norm to disclose such a thing. Maybe the rationale is to protect your partner from learning about it from someone else, but it's not like there's a fundamental principle being broken or anything. It would have just felt nice. I guess my therapist and I made a big deal out of it and made me feel a bit of an asshole. My girlfriend actually apologized and said she didn't remember bringing it up, but she can understand how it made me feel. Am I the asshole like my therapist seems to suggest? I just think you're overthinking. That's all. You know what I mean? Now look, I get it. A girl being friends with a dude that she has a sexual past with, that is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of guys. Reason being is because you guys could just be hanging out, and it starts off as an innocent hangout and then it turns into something else because there's that. because you guys are already comfortable with each other. You guys have already had sex once, so it's like, hey, what's the second time? You know what I mean? You guys are drunk and not really thinking straight, whatever, or it's just a heat of the moment kind of thing, and he don't even really talk you into it, but it's just the way he makes you feel, and you just kind of fall into it. It happens. That type of shit happens, and then you get cheated on. And so it's a valid concern. I just think that the only thing that you're overthinking is the whole, like, why didn't you tell me? Because if I'm being real with you, she doesn't have to tell you. She doesn't. And she didn't have to give you a heads up, none of that stuff. It's like, if you wanted to know this information, you could have just asked. The fact that you did, learn it when you learned it, just tells you that, you asked and she was willing to tell you and be honest with you, and that's great. She apologized for if it made you feel, a certain type of way, and that's great too. So I wouldn't beat her up too much about it. I don't think you're being an asshole. I just think that you're overthinking the situation, because you're like, you're like, I don't have a justification for why I feel this way and all this kind of stuff. Like, you're overthinking it way too much. As I would just voice the concern to her, like, hey, look, I just don't want you guys hanging out alone together. If you guys do hang out, it's got to be a group thing. You got to be able to put some parameters on that shit. And if she's okay with that, awesome. And if she's not, well then, that's a relationship you probably shouldn't be in, because if she's not willing to adhere to your boundaries, then, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? That's just a simple thing. It's like, you would want me to adhere to your boundaries, so why wouldn't you want to adhere to mine? Like, bro, you have a sexual past with this dude. You know what I mean? You right now, sure, you may be like, no, I would never have sex with him again. Da, 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 I'm with you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you never know. Never know. You guys hang out, heat of the moment, couple drinks, whatever the case may be. It just, scenarios and things happen. It's life. It's life. And all we can do is prepare for said life. That's all we can do, is prepare. And as a guy, you kind of have to put those boundaries on as preparation, because if she goes and does this shit and you don't tell her, then she's just like, oh, well, I mean, you never told me, da, 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 da. You know what I mean? But if you do, and it's just like, bro, I told you not to fucking hang out with him by yourself. Like, what the heck are you doing? So, again, you got to put that preparation. You got to put those boundaries on her, because if you don't, dude, trust me, this relationship is not going to last very long. It's going to get 6 months in and you guys are going to break up, just because it's going to cause so many issues. It's going to cause so many fights. It's going to cause a lot of problems. And again, it's like, if she's not willing to adhere to those boundaries, then I don't even think you guys should be in the relationship then, because again, she's going to want you to adhere to her boundaries. So it's like, it's got to be the other way around too. So that's my 2 cents about it. Again, I don't think you're the asshole. I just think that you are overthinking this whole situation. Be honest with her, lay your boundaries out, and you guys should be good. And as long as she accepts them and actually follows through with it. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. All right, so on to our next one. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Am I wrong for blowing up at my dad about my mom being alive? That's crazy. Okay, so I, 20 male, grew up thinking that my birth mom died. My dad's got his faults, but he's always made sure I had a safe place to live, food to eat, and encouraged me to do my best. I recently was contacted on Facebook by a woman who claimed to be my mother, and we've been chatting. She said she had to get some stuff in her life straight, or else she would have been a terrible mom. She told me not to mention us talking to my dad because she wanted to let him know first. It was kind of weird, but I was just shocked to actually be talking to someone that I thought was dead. I had all these emotions swirling around in my head and tried as best as I could not to tell him. But last night I spilled the beans when my dad and his girlfriend were talking about getting married. I told him that I knew my mom was alive and I was pissed at him for lying to me for so long. Yeah, because you're 20 years old. I wonder what age he told you that your mom died. Because think about it. I mean, if you were like a little kid, I mean, that could really fuck you up. Growing up without a mom and, just believing and telling everybody, like, my mom died and this and that. I don't know how she died, but she just died. Like that would really fuck a kid up, especially in the early ages, thinking that, like, my mom is dead. And then all of a sudden you get to be an adult and you're like, wait, what? I had a mom this whole time, like, wow. I just wonder what age that he told him. I told him that I knew my mom was alive and that I was pissed at him for lying to me for so long. He didn't engage in the conversation at first, but the more I started cursing, I know I shouldn't have, but it is what it is. The more I felt like I was getting through to him. I asked him why he lied about something so big. He finally told me that my mom wanted to give me up for adoption a few months into them bringing me home from the hospital because I cried so much. She said that she didn't want to be a mom and that the whole thing was stressing her too much. Stressing her too much. Okay. Apparently, she used to just let me sit in my crib and cry. She ended up telling my dad that either way, they were going to get rid of me or she was going to leave because she couldn't take it. My dad told her she could leave. Oh, shit. Wow, so she left when he was a baby. But again, that doesn't change my question of, like, when did he tell you that you didn't have a mom? Because I guarantee you were pretty cognizant of it, at least from about maybe 6 or 7 years old, because you kind of look at it like, wait a minute, like, all you guys have moms, like, why don't I have a mom, and be like, Dad, why don't I have a mom? Where'd she go? And then he's just like, oh, well, son, your mom died. That could be, I don't know. But damn, that's wild. All right, he told me it was hard raising me by myself all those years, but the difference between her and him was that he stayed. He straight up told me, your mother punked out. That's why I didn't want to tell you about her. I haven't spoke to either of them today yet, but I feel like I owe my dad an apology. Was I wrong or am I justified? I think, damn, that's a tough one because, like, I want to say you shouldn't have blown up at your dad, you know what I mean? Because he did so much for you and sacrificed so much for you. But at the same time, I understand where the nigga's coming from. Imagine you grew up all this time without a mom, and then all of a sudden you're in your adult years and you find out you have a mom and that your dad was lying to you the whole time. You know what I mean? The one nigga that was supposed to be in your corner for the rest of your life, you realize that nigga was lying to you. That's shocking. That is crazy. That the immense pain that you would feel, thinking like, I trusted you for so many years and then you lied to me about something so big. Now, look, I understand that. And this is what tells me that he told him at a very young age. He wouldn't have understood when the dad told him that, hey, your mom died. I think he said that because it was easier for him at that age to grasp the fact that your mom passed away versus your mom doesn't want you. Because when you say your mom doesn't want you, then it arises other questions. And I think at that time, the dad didn't know how to answer those questions. But when it comes to, like, your mom just died, well, there's no questions. It was like, oh shit, she was just taken out of the world, you know what I mean? And it wasn't her fault. When in reality, she wasn't there and it was her fault. But I think, again, he just didn't know how to give him the answers to the questions that he would have had. Yeah. I just don't know why he didn't come clean about it maybe later on. I think that's a big thing as well, because you could have come clean. You could have just been like, hey son, look, um your mom is alive. So I don't know. I think it's one of those things where it's just like, at that time, again, he didn't know how to explain it to a kid. Yeah, and I don't think if he would have said that, he just wouldn't have known how to answer the questions that he would have had. Again, to the question of, do you owe your dad an apology, or are you justified? If I'm being honest with you, I truly 100% believe that you are justified. But at the same time, I would apologize to your dad too. Reason being is because, yes, you can be mad, and yes, you could be upset, and have your feelings, feel them out, do your thing. It's good that you did air it out, and sure, you had questions and he answered them and all that good stuff, because obviously for you to be able to give us the information, because you even said that he told you, oh yeah, your mom didn't want to be a mom, she was trying to give you up for adoption. She decided like, hey, if you want to keep hitting this coochie, then you got to get rid of this kid. You know what I mean? But the dad was like, nah, nigga, leave. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna take care of my son. And so just the fact that, and I only say apologize because your dad made so many sacrifices for you. He made so many life choices that he never thought he would make, but he had to. And there were so many things that I'm sure that he had to do that he didn't want to do, just because he was like, I have to raise this little boy all by myself. And so it's like, you still gotta give your dad some kudos and some props for doing that for you. And yeah, I mean, again, like I said, your feelings are justified, because that's just wild. But at the same time, you gotta kind of put yourself in his shoes a little bit. You know what I mean? Imagine trying to tell a little boy that his mom didn't want him. Like, try telling a kid that. That's hard to do. Yeah, of course you're going to take the easy way out and kind of just, oh, well, mama is an angel. She went up to heaven. Like, you know what I mean? It's simpler. It's just easier that way, So, I don't condone you lying to your kids, but at the same time, I know parents lie to their kids to keep it simple. You know what I mean? So that way they're not trying to answer questions that they don't really have the answer to. You know what I mean? And so that's why it's a slippery slope. It's a tough situation that your dad was in at that point. And so you kind of got to put yourself in his shoes a little bit to kind of understand, okay, he didn't do this maliciously. He didn't do this to keep me away from her or anything like that. He just did this to kind of protect me, so that way I would grow up and not have this like underlying depression or like separation anxiety or whatever it may be, towards my mom or towards my childhood in general. Yeah, because I'm sure he looked at it just like, because when somebody dies, you know what I mean, you can't, sure, you can be sad over it, but it's not going to stop you in life from continuing to do what you're going to do. Now, if you're like somebody, my parent doesn't want me, well, yeah, that's like years of trauma, and that's years of just, depression and like thinking lowly of yourself. Like, fuck, man, do I even deserve to, you know what I mean? Like, you have all these crazy thoughts. And so the dad kind of also probably looked at it that way. Like, fuck, do I want to mentally scar my child for years to come throughout his childhood? Or do I want to just kind of give him the easy way out and everything is normal and he can kind of just, be sad about it now, get over it, and be a better person? So, again, my thing is just, you're justified in how you feel, but at the same time, apologize, because your dad had to make sacrifices for you that, he didn't want to make, and that he did some things that he didn't want to do, but he did it because he knew he had to take care of you. Yeah, I mean, bars. But you guys let me know what you think. All right. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. That's going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. Let me know what you guys think about all the scenarios that we've gone over, as well as the thread. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hope you guys have a great start to your week. We'll see you on Tuesday for another crazy episode. We'll see you on Thursday after that for Haunting Adeline. Excited. And that's going to be it for me. Love you guys all, and peace.